remember, we've got microphones for questions. It will not come in the room with the screen, so you guys can pick up the questions for media when we play it back and people listening online. Y'all ready?
All right. First off, congratulations to Clemson. Hard fought game. Obviously it's a game that had a couple of extreme momentum swings that showed up throughout it. Really proud of our guys for how they fought. They basically take the 2 minutes on both sides of halftime. Those were kind of devastating in some of the results of what occurred. Had a turnover, obviously led to a quick touchdown. The kick return coming out of half, quick touchdown, and then obviously being aggressive, trying to provide a spark. We didn't get the fake punt and led to another short field. With that, I mean, just the things that we were executing well, just had a couple of mishaps, and there was a big swing in the game. I thought our guys continued to battle. We had some missed opportunities throughout, but they fought to the end, and I fully believed as we were playing that we would find a way to get back in, to be able to put ourselves in a position, and our guys did that. But unfortunately, we didn't make enough plays, to be able to finish the job. You got to give credit to Clemson. I mean, they did a good job. They had 100% ball security. We had the one turnover. Had some drives that stalled out on fourth downs. Had some missed opportunities on both sides. But our guys, I mean, they do battle. And they believe in what we're going to be able to do throughout the course of the game. We just got to clean up some of the mistakes that are showing up that are costing us in those critical moments. But proud of the way our guys fight. But we've got to, when you're playing good football teams, and that's what we've faced the last 3 weeks. We faced really good teams, and and it's going to usually come down to a handful of plays. And tonight you can go pick a wide variety of single plays that dictated the outcome of the game. And but the heart of our team showed up. But we've got to make sure that we're more consistent throughout. And just capitalizing on those moments.
First question will be Ira to your right.
In the second half, the defense gave you guys chances to come back, but there was a stretch there where they were really struggling. Was Clemson doing anything offensively that you guys didn't expect, or were guys just not making plays?
I mean, we had, there was, you got to give credit to them. I mean, they tried to implement some things in the game plan. They do a good job with their quarterback and the quarterback run game. And creating an extra hat. One is a really good football player. I mean, he ran hard. I got a lot of respect for him and the way that that he battled throughout the course of the night. We had a couple mistakes that showed up on things that, just with all the right intentions and things that we've worked just to, for whatever reason in the moment, we weren't able to go out there and either make the play, or we had a miscommunication in what we were doing in the moment. And those are things that are correctable. Those are things that we need to get fixed. But you got to give credit to them and the job that they did. They were efficient in what they did and how they played.
All right, over to your left to Brendan.
Mike, this is 3 games in a row where the opening drive of the second half has resulted in a score. It's been obviously different ways, but just I guess how devastating or how difficult can that be momentum-wise, and just for you guys to get back into a game when that's happening?
I mean, those times around halftime are critical, and we talk about it. it's huge, and to start off with a short field, our kickoff coverage unit has been phenomenal this year, and got to give credit to them. They were able to create a seam. We had a chance there, and they're early, but when they sparked the big return that put them in great field position, they came out and hit the special on the next play, and that was a quick score. And so for us, we've got to make sure that as we come in, I think you saw as the second half unfolded. I mean, our guys did well with adjustments, but coming out of halftime, we can't. We've got to come out and start fast, and we had a special teams mistake, and that led to a short field and a quick drive for them.
A few rows down for us on.
Yeah, Coach. Coming in, you're playing it without Traceon Ward and playing a team that had allowed 63.5 yards per game rushing. What did you guys do to start the running game?
I thought our guys did a good job. I liked the game plan coming in. Just in what we knew that you had to try to maintain some balance. I mean, it's a very, very talented defensive front. It's one of the best that you'll see in the country. But our guys, they fought up front. I mean, we had there was some challenges still presented themselves, but I thought our guys, the backs, really worked hard. I mean, Jordan was able to make himself a factor in the run game as well, but we were able to create some seams, and guys took advantage of that, and I thought it was big for the offense. There's still some times where we had some negative plays that things that were correctable, and but our guys worked really hard, and ultimately we're able to go and execute in the run game at a pretty high level and against a really good defensive front.
We'll go down to the front row for Matt.
Mike, you touched on in your opening statement, but obviously three really good teams you faced, 3 close losses. What in your mind is separating you guys from where those programs are right now?
It's just, the consistency, some of the things that experience-wise, our guys, and I just told the team, it's like, I know their heart. I know their belief. I know their work. And that's what, ultimately, I respect this team because of the way that they work and the way that they go about it, how much they care, and they want it so bad. But there's times that are showing up throughout the course of games where we're having, a momentary, issue that shows up. And, it's just the consistency of that play. You see the flashes, you see the sparks, you see all those things that are showing up, big picture, but just the play in, play out consistency. You can't have those critical errors, those big mistakes that show up. In games like this, and you go through. The last 3. I think you play in teams that are very experienced. You look at that defensive front. That's a very experienced group. You look at these teams that they're playing at a high level. I think we got one takeaway in the last 3 games. That's tough to go against, but you got to give credit to those teams. They're owning the ball, they're doing a good job in the things that they can control. And then if we have a mishap, whether it's whatever, offense, defense, special teams, it's just for us to overcome that. We got like I said, we got some new faces, we got young guys, we got guys that are battling injuries, and that's all part of the game. But it's just the ultimate consistency for 60 minutes of going and playing the way that we're capable. And I do believe we're so very close, and I do. And the thing that I'm proud of is I'm proud that you see a football team, and whatever the circumstances have been over the last 3, they just fight. They fight for improvement. They fight to get better. They fight to compete till the end. And but ultimately we've got to finish, and we got to make those plays to go win those games. And there's no such thing as a moral victory or any of that crap. It's not. But what I do respect. I respect their hearts. I respect what they do, and I respect the work that's going into it. But we got to apply those lessons for 60 minutes whenever we get on that field, and some of those same issues showed up, whether it was a communication issue or an alignment, with all the right intentions, like these guys. But just have to be better when it comes to that.
Go back to the right for Iowa.
To run for over 200 yards against that defense and put up 460 yards of offense, is that more encouraging or is that more frustrating that you guys didn't take advantage of the opportunity?
It's frustrating. Like, I mean, I believe in this team. I believe in the players I coach. I mean, they're a talented group, and it's frustrating that you see the ability, and then not to finish it. And we got down to the inside the 5-yard line. Weren't able to score. We had a turnover that was costly. We had 2 times that we're pushing on the positive side of the field that we don't convert on 4th downs. It's definitely disappointing, but I appreciate the work our players are putting in. But man, we got to put together a full 60 minutes because, man, I know what they can accomplish.
Jordan obviously didn't hit all his throws, but that throw late to Kentron was a big-time throw, and the way he battled, I guess if you could just talk more about how.
Yeah, I mean, he showed his heart, and it's tough. I mean, you're playing against the challenge for our offensive line against that defensive front, for quarterback, for the rhythm, for the timing, all those things, and he had to work tonight, and it was. There were some throws he'd love to have back, some moments, obviously, but so I just kept telling him on the sideline is you just continue to go out there and play, just continue to be you, and you'll take what they're giving you. If opportunities present themselves for you to create something, then go create it. And I thought that showed up there late. It was an unbelievable play, great catch by Kentron. I mean, you see guys that are. Even in what are challenging situations that are rising up. And, it's just it's unfortunate with some of the things that we were able to do that we weren't able to come out with the victory here tonight.
We've got time for a couple more. We'll come to Hassan on the left.
Yeah, Coach, obviously, you just mentioned tough 3-game stretch, but season's still in front of you. What's your message to the players right now, for the rest of the season? With the bye week to rest and recover and get ready for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's continue to believe, continue to work. The experiences that we have, I mean, they're all ours. And ultimately, you go one of 2 ways with it. Either you learn from the lessons, you apply them, you continue to push and allow that experience to grow, and then make the necessary corrections so that it doesn't cost you again. That it's not something that comes back, and it's everybody involved. It's not just players, it's coaches, all of us. We're all in this together as we're growing. And it was a challenging stretch, and for us to come up short on the last 3 games, I mean, it's sickening to me. And I truly believed in each one of them that we would put ourselves in a position to win those games. And I know our guys battled, but you sit in that locker room and I mean, it's like I said, I mean, it hurts. It hurts because I watch the way these guys work. I watch the way the staff works. I watched, I mean, the consistent investment. We just have to continue to get better in the application of all those things for that 60-minute period. When we're out there, and when a bad play happens or something shows up that might have been unexpected, or anything that can try to throw you off through the course of the game. That's where we have to continue to get better, and that's where you can take those experiences and you can apply them and you grow from them, and that's what we need to do. We need this bye week because we need to heal up. I mean, we got a lot of guys. I thought Fabian tried here towards the back part of the week. He's done so much in his his rehab to be able to put himself in a position. But unfortunately, after yesterday, he just wasn't able to go. But I'm hopeful that we'll have him back after this bye week. Trayshawn, same thing. And I mean, you go through our entire team. I mean, we've had a lot of guys that have had to battle. We had a couple of them that got banged up a little bit tonight, and some guys that fought through, and I just like I said, I've got a lot of respect for the hearts and the toughness of this team. But we need this bye week, and we're going to take advantage of the opportunity to get better because that's what we have to do.
All right, stay right there for Kurt.
The fake punt, were you going into that drive thinking if there was a fourth and somewhat reasonable, you may make that decision? I know that kind of thing can be a spark, and I guess the play call looked like maybe a few Clemson players were onto it, were kind of pointing out, thinking it might happen right before the snap.
I mean, it was, we came up about a yard short. I thought our guys, you go into it and, in that moment, I mean, there was a big swing for those 4 minutes that we had just seen, and the worst thing that could have happened would be a 3 and out, and just get the ball back to them. And we're trying to provide a little bit of a spark, and ultimately, I mean, the defense had to go out there and and had to respond, and they were put on a short field, and I believe held them to a field goal in that drive at that, and that kind of even with that, there was an opportunity to respond to another short field, and they did that, and they held them to a field goal. Obviously, Clemson was able to get points on the board, but just trying to create that play, and they did a good job of stopping it, but it is what it was. I mean,
All right, thank you, Coach.
thank you.